So today I'm testing an AI that doesn't just make videos, it also creates the sound, the ambience, and even the voice performance in one shot. And as a game developer, you already know how painful it is to storyboard a scene, block out a cutscene, or show a narrative idea without any audio. So this is Scaling 2.6 audio by Higgsfield, and in this video I will show you exactly how it works and how the workflow look on their website and where it actually makes sense for content creators, filmmakers, and ad people. And I'm also going to show you how game dev can use this to pre-visualize story movements, cutscenes, lore videos, or prototype cinematic beats without animating a single thing. And yes, this video is sponsored by Higgsfield, but I'm going to walk through it like a normal honest demo so you can decide if it is useful for your own work. So starting with, if you are new here, I'm a game dev and I care a lot about tools that actually save time instead of just sounding fancy. Higgsfield is one of the fastest growing Gen AI video platform right now, and Kling 2.6 is their new update that combine video, sound, and voice in one model. So instead of generating a silent shot and then hunting music, ambience, voiceover later, you can just generate complete scene and then decide what to keep or what to replace. As we can see, we already made an account here, and let me quickly explain what Kling 2.6 audio in plain language first. So it's a multi-modal engine, which basically means it understands text, motion, audio, and visual style together. When I type a prompt here, Kling 2.6 doesn't just think what should this look like, it also decides what should this sound like, what kind of voice fit in this scene, how should the ambience react to what's happening on the screen. So basically, if you ever tried to explain a scene but didn't have the time to animate in UE, this saves you hours of work. So let's start with something simpler here, like an explainer style scene, where I'll just type here something like a friendly 3D style character standing next to big floating screen explaining AI can speed up content creation, clean studio, lighting, smooth camera movement, educational tones, soft background ambience. And I'm going to let Kling 2.6 audio handle both the video and the voice. So let's just see the settings here. So after we write the prompt or copy pasted the prompt, we are gonna leave the audio on because we need the audio, and the model is Kling 2.6 as you can see on the screen. You can definitely try out the different ones, but today we are focusing on this one because this is new. And other than that, we have here the duration which we set to 10 seconds, and then the aspect ratio is 16.9. Of course, you can play around with it and try on your own. For now, we just turned off the unlimited one because it will help us generate that video even faster. And we will also try out the another thing they are providing us, which is upload image or generate it like PNG, JPG, and paste from clipboard. Okay, so this will help us generate video from the image, which we will definitely check out. But first, let's just wait for the prompt one to finish. And till then, we can talk about a few important things about this update. So first up, we have here the native audio. As you know, audio is built in, so you don't need extra plugins or a second step just to rough out a scene. You can still replace the sound later in your editor, but for a quick draft and concept tests, this is extremely fast. And then we have the optional silent output, which means if you want a clean, silent render for your own sound design, you can turn off the audio like in the settings as I showed you before, so you are not logged into AI audio. It is just there when you want to speed things up. Then we have the better motion fidelity. Now what this means is Kling 2.6 audio also improve motion itself, more stable multi-object scene, smoother camera movement, and better overall scene coherence. And then at last we have here the higher prompt precision. It does a better job of following instruction related to action, style, framing, and emotional tone. If you say slow dramatic pushing on lone night at sunset and sad and reflective and all these things, it really tries to match that mood. And of course, it generates all that at full HD, which means 1080p, with a sharper face and more reliable fine details. So our video is generated here.
AI can dramatically speed up content creation by automating repetitive tasks. This lets creators focus more on creativity and less on routine.
So as you can see on the screen, the character animation and camera movement are synced. The voice is timed with the scene, not just slapped on top of it. And then the ambience fill the space so it doesn't feel dead silent. And for rough concepting or even quick YouTube intro or an ad hook, this actually pretty usable out of the box. So let's just try out some few more things here. So this time around we will do something more cinematic. So our prompt here is this time like a clock traveler walking through the ancient forest at dusk, soft mist, shaft of light light through the trees, slow camera, tracking emotional and introspective tone with subtle ambient sound and calm narration. So again, I'm letting the Kling 2.6 audio generate both video and audio. I haven't told it what to say. So let's see what it have for us in store. So until it's doing its own work, let's talk about the journal settings here. I mean, there are models within Kling 2.6. As you can see on the screen, there are journal, animalization, giant grab, aerial pullback, I can fly, and various along these lines. Something for sci-fi, something for open worlds, and things like that. So you can try different models, or I can say different themes according to your idea or your prompt to get the most out of it or get the better result. So for the next thing, we will use the animalization. Let's see it generated or not. Yep.
Each step through these woods carries memories long past. In this silence, I find my truth.
So as you can see on the screen, it's already generated, and what we have here. Okay, so this one is pretty impressive, to be honest. As you can see, the ambience is actually matching the forest settings. It's not just generic music. The voice tone is calmer, which suits this kind of scene. The motion is more stable, as you can see on the screen, and you don't get that chaotic camera movement that some earlier models had. Plus, for filmmaker testing idea, mood pieces, or VFX blockouts, this kind of output can save a lot of time before you go into a full manual production. So yeah, this is pretty impressive, I can say that. So let's just put the second video to generate, and till then we can talk about who this is actually for. In my view, Kling 2.6 audio makes the most sense for content creators making shorts, explainer, and demos where you want instant voiceover and synced audio. Then there are advertisers and performance marketers who need fast test creatives. You want 10 variation of a concept, not 10 days of production. Then there are filmmakers and VFX artists who are blocking out scenes with built-in atmosphere and temporary voice. Then comes the educators and storytellers who want clear narration supporting what's on the screen without having to record their own voiceover every time. There is also agencies or in-house teams that need to generate a lot of video content with predictable sound instead of manually doing sound design for every draft. And at last we have the game developers who can use this tool to pre-visualize story movement, cutscene, lore videos, prototype cinematic beat without animating a single thing, as I told you before. So with that being said, our video is already ready. Let's see how it turned out. So as we saw, the video is again top notch on the top of the line, and the quality is amazing with the sound which is matching the vibe of the video. So let's just generate few more, and this time we will generate multiple video at the same time. I will give prompt and then generate, give prompt and then click generate. So we have 2-3 options to see together once it completed. So now it's generating the video, and I want to explain a bit more about it. So think of Kling 2.6 audio like a real-time cutscene generator. You give it a description of your scene, the mood, the character, the environment, the lighting, and it gives you a rough cinematic, temporary voice acting and ambience already synced. This is basically a pre-viz on steroids. Instead of spending 3 hours animating a rough sequence in Unreal or Blender, you can just generate a mood piece in 20 seconds and decide if it's worth building properly or not. Now, one of the biggest reasons Kling 2.6 audio is interesting right now is because of the pricing model. Higgsfield is offering unlimited Kling 2.6 audio generation for everyone subscribing to their Ultimate Plus plans by December 12th, which means if you are someone who need to generate a lot of AI videos, test variation, add creatives, concept scene, unlimited generation is a very big deal. I hope you understand this. They're also positioning themselves as one of the cheapest AI video platforms on the market right now. And at the moment, the pricing is extremely competitive for the amount of output you are getting. So if you want to try it out, you can use the link in the description. And to be honest, my final thoughts are very simple. Kling 2.6 audio is not a magic tool that replaces real production, but it's very clear built for modern content workflow. Shorts, explainer, ad tests, concept pieces where silence used to kill the mood. The fact that you get a video, voice, ambience, and timing in one generation make it way faster to block out ideas. You can always override the audio later with your own voice or sound design, but as a starting point, it's so strong. So if you are a creator, editor, or filmmaker who likes to iterate quickly quickly. This is definitely worth experimenting with, especially while they are offering unlimited generation on the Ultimate Plus plans. Again, the link is in the description and all prompts used in their official assets are linked as well. And now huge thanks to Higgsfield for sponsoring this video. And if you want more breakdown like this tutorial or dev focused content, hit like, subscribe and tell me in the comment section what you built with a tool like this. Hope you have a great day and I will see you around.